Welcome back to JHL Cinema Clash. Today we'll be discussing latest news in cinema. Starting off with Dan Stevens was casted for the new Amazon Prime series RoboCop. Do you guys remember that? And I'm guessing it has to be a full-fledged reboot because that shit hasn't came out in a long ass time.
Years. Yeah, but that's crazy. I didn't even know something was coming out.
Yeah, it just got released today. So this is brand spanking new. This is like...
So the first one that ever came out, they did really good with it. They did like a reboot of it. And it wasn't that good at all. It wasn't good. But like the first ones was tough. But I was young as fuck. Yeah, when they had that big robot and he was fighting, he was on the back and he was moving. It looked dope for me though.
Yeah. As a kid, it looked fire.
What was it? 2000? Was it 2014? The last one?
I don't think I know it did bad.
No, that one was bad. That one was bad. I remember watching it and being like, "What the hell's going on?" Yeah. It's not what I remember. The guy looked even stiffer than the normal robot, which was crazy to me. Like back in the day, robot, he actually was flexible. He was versus this guy was like, yeah. This guy looked.
His
crazy.
Gun is so iconic though that
it is.
Fucking
yeah. That shit looked fire. I'm excited for it. Are you guys excited for it? Or
not 100%. Well, if they do it right this time, the first time, the first thing they tried it out again, I was not a big fan. But
this might sound crazy, but I would kind of like to see them go back to the era of which when they made it, right, where it almost seemed like it was in the future, but it felt like it was in the 60s. Is that weird?
Well, that definitely was dope. I'm not gonna lie, it was definitely fire.
They can get away with something like that because I like when they do that with movies, like to leave it like old school, but obviously it's a new era.
Yeah, futuristic. Futuristic, but make it in the 80s where they got the dope ass clothes, that music style, like the Miami Vice music type shit. That shit was fire. I agree with that.
I will appreciate something more like that because they'll put it more into that to its own little category that it's old school still with a new school vibe to it with this, CGI now the way it works. That's another thing. If they are gonna do something like that, I hope they don't go that crazy with the CGI to make it look corny.
Well,
do you understand?
Amazon is
it's Amazon.
With, Netflix too.
It's Amazon Prime that's releasing the. It's a new series that's set to come out.
And it's not a movie then, it's a series.
Nope,
I didn't hear that part.
It's a series.
I hope it gives us more on his backstory. Being that it's a series, we get to see a little more on the backstory, and then it gradually gets to that point of him becoming RoboCop.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, his backstory was that he died as a cop, and then he died, and they put him into like this robotic shit as a science experiment, and they ended up with RoboCop.
They made one of the perfect cop.
Yeah, dope though. He was one of the best.
Well, I mean, to Laz's point and to your point, I would like to see it set in the 80s, but futuristic vibes. I think that would be dope. I think that's, I think it'll be nostalgic for us. I think that's why we want to see like 80s vibe.
Now that you said that it's going to be a series, I think it's going to be better because they're not going to smash. You know that we always talk about. They want to put everything
cramming everything in. Yeah.
Well, see, like what's happening with RoboCop, I feel like it'll be better. Going with RoboCop, I think it's going to be a little bit better as a show because it'll let you have his little fight crimes. You understand?
Yeah.
Like putting the little bad guys to jail until he meets the big bad wolf. And having that first episode, this is why he's RoboCop. Not start him out as RoboCop either. So we'll give
that'd be dope too. Where they show him like as a regular cop and he gets killed, whatever, and that's kind of how the story
starts. That's what I mean.
At
least the first half of season 1 would be nice to see that. Give you a little more on that backstory.
I don't think the whole season. I think the first episode, half of the first episode, because if
that he gets shot up in the beginning, at the end of episode 1, and then the second episode is like him transitioning into RoboCop, and then from there on learning how to be RoboCop would be dope. I think that would be a good little montage.
This is like you said, and I agree with you. This is something that it's for more our age that we know who RoboCop is, and we'll give it a chance to see it.
A lot of reboots. I'm gonna be honest with you. A whole bunch of reboots.
Is that they had so many good storylines coming out. Not only RoboCop, but back in our era, movies were focused on storytelling. They didn't
That's
play.
true.
Yeah, they didn't depend on CGI. It was more the storytelling, and they had great actors back in the day.
You also had the fight movies that all it
That,
was just straight ass kicking from beginning to end.
but that
The
But they
Steven
were
didn't
fire.
Seagal
real.
Even
era
those
is
were
the-
fire. Even
Yeah,
those
yeah.
were fire. It was always
Jean-Claude
somebody
Van
got
Damme.
killed. Yeah, somebody got killed in their posse, and that I'm not gonna let that shit
Yeah.
ride, bro.
I mean, that's what Karate Kid was, but Karate Kid was like one of those first fight movies that actually brought in some storytelling into it.
Well, since we are on the Amazon topic, we're gonna go ahead and mention that He-Man Masters of the Universe 2 is reportedly in the works at Amazon. The film pulled in 1.1 billion views minutes on stream after flopping in the box office, where
Which
they
is
didn't
crazy.
even make 150 mil. So I think that's crazy in itself, right? Because I also gave it a kind of like a flop. I gave it like a 6 or a 7.
We gave it low scores.
last time.
Yeah,
Yeah. It wasn't
We all-
nothing crazy.
yeah, we all gave it low scores, and I guess those are one of those movies that didn't do good in the big screen. But then when
Scarface was like that. Scarface was an absolute bust in fact, they pulled it from screening because of how it was, and then it became a huge success after it came out on VHS. I mean, this might be one of those movies hard to see because this movie was trash, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I was excited for this movie.
Yeah, it was more their storytelling was a little bit everywhere, and
Yeah, I know
like
how I felt about the He-Man trying to be
about
too
the He-Man.
funny.
It was really
we
the
all
comedy that
we all
fell off.
agreed. We all agreed that he was a little bit too goofy and it didn't fit him. There's people
Yeah,
that could pull it
definitely
off,
not.
but he didn't pull it off.
To
Well,
me,
let's see what they do with that.
I mean, as long as they keep Skeletor, I think was the highlight of the film.
Well, we don't know because remember what's going on with Jay Leto. So
I mean, we don't remember. The good thing is with
CGI.
Skeletor. With Skeletor, it's all CGI.
Yeah, no, but you know how the studios are. They may want to just part ways with him. The good thing is it wasn't pure Jay Leto's voice, so we probably won't even notice the difference.
No.
I guarantee we're not gonna even notice anything. To be honest,
Are you excited though? I'm sorry. Are you excited though to see part 2?
So yeah, no. I just hope that they don't try to make it too cheesy. Like if they fix those little bits and pieces, right? Like the trying to be too comedic and making him a little more serious where and cuz he fits the part. Like I told y'all the last time and no homo, right? We can cut this out. His physique matches
Yeah.
He-Man completely.
Yeah.
Like he looks the part completely. I just feel like the comedy side of it is not his thing. The action was he was good at what he was doing, like the fight scenes, but I just felt like that part of the movie was too much to me. It
we
just felt
said
like
it.
a repeat of Love and Thunder.
We said it. We said that it was a movie to see one time.
Yeah,
We'll
for
never
sure.
see again.
For sure. I have a sequel of How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days is officially in the works. Both Kate Hudson and Matthew McConaughey are set to return. How do you guys feel about that? Especially you, Laz.
He loves romantic movies.
The
He
thing
loves them.
is that I don't even know, about this movie at all. So I'm indifferent.
The
So,
first one wasn't that bad.
So
The
it's
first-
literally that. The movie was based on she was trying to prove a point where she can lose a guy in 10 days and she was trying to like sabotage everything and she ends up falling in love with him. And then you already
Like
know
all
how
females
most
do.
you already know how most romantic movies work where hey, I fucked up, I love you, but now I don't want you, but at the end with the power of friendship, you already know.
Different type of friendship.
yeah.
they become the Teletubbies.
They all of
Pretty
a
much.
sudden they. So I'm guessing a part 2 is coming out, but I don't see how like it would work after the first, unless if you're gonna. I don't see how you create the same two people to come out in a movie like that. You see?
Unless they
Sequels
go into like
for-
divorce and shit like that.
Sequels
Maybe.
for romantic movies is always a failure. That's just my opinion. I don't think. Just imagine if they would have did that with The Notebook, right? Such an iconic movie in that genre. It would have flopped. I promise you, it would have flopped.
Yeah. Well,
and I hope they never try to remake it.
Well, to your point, Laz, there's movies that you shouldn't remake again,
Just
and it's romantic. Yeah, like Titanic. No one ever did Titanic again.
Yeah.
And Titanic
Imagine
was
Titanic
great.
2.
Titanic 2. Under the sea.
And then at the end we get the pirate from
Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, we get the pirate from what's that movie's name?
Captain Phillip. Captain Phillip. Yeah. Hey, look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now. All right. So with that being said, we don't have to touch much on that one. This one is DC news. The Brave and the Bold movie has been put on hold. I'm guessing it's because of the whole Paramount Warner Brothers merger that's going on at the moment. Something that was interesting to me, and I brought it up, and I kind of want to give them shit for it. They're going with the guy that was the director of the movie Flash. What do you guys think about that? He's actually still there.
Trash.
Yeah.
I
agree. We're full trash.
Don't
even try to defend it, bro.
The thing is that they took such an iconic storyline of the Flash, which was Flashpoint, right? That is, for anyone who follows Flash would know that is the most important story line for Flash, and they fucked it up, bro.
Because
they fucked it up so bad, bro.
I've always told you guys, movies are movies, but the ones that really make the movies are not the actors. It's the writer. It's the director.
No,
they are the ones
also have a big role.
Well, that particular one is an exception. So I'm gonna give you one last news here, and I know this is Jay's favorite actor. There will be a new National Treasures being the third part to it, and Nicolas Cage will be returning for.
I don't know why
National Treasure.
I'm
not gonna lie, but those movies were fire. I love me some adventure
it's action.
movies, and they're
adventure.
Fire.
There's certain things you should put gloves up. He shouldn't be doing no action shit no more. He should be doing more old school. Like, if they do it, let's have someone young come in and him helping that person.
He might be a side character. We don't know.
That's what it's
As a side character.
We can't say that when we had Harrison Ford or whatever, when he played in
Red Hulk.
Not only that, but also when he did what's the name of that movie where he's like an adventure guy?
Fucking
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. When his last Indiana Jones movie, he was fucking ancient already, bro.
Yeah, he was.
He had great grandchildren's by then.
Did you like the movie? Did you like it?
No.
My point exact.
I'm not
my point exact.
Indiana
if
Jones
you're an
fan.
old person, you can't be playing.
Yeah, but I like
movies
adventure
like
movies, and his first few movies were fire.
That's when he didn't have a facelift. He has a facelift now, guys.
Yeah, for sure.
He
for
does.
sure. Well, guys, let us know what you think about these news. Go ahead and like, follow, subscribe, and if you don't, you already know what time it is.
Pop in, burning like this, ain't checking my wrist. 30's my shift.